Do I have everybody's attention now?
Today's championship belt is coming to you from the school of Damien Mizdow. Introducing first from London, England, Macho Man Jack Fitzpatrick.
Yeah, snap into an MP3, the beat goes on, yeah.
And having made his residence in the Russian Federation, he is the Bulgarian brute, or the Bournemouth brute, Oliver Morris.
Morris Matria! Morris Mashka!
And coming straight from the Middle Ages, Ric Flair. Woo! And we have Lance Storm as well.
Hey.
That is the
Lance
best.
Storm.
That is the best Lance Storm impression I've ever heard.
Hey, yeah.
Wow.
Me. Lance
It's
Storm.
like we're in the room with him.
Wow.
The SWA kid himself.
Who?
Straight out of Sarnia, Ontario, Canada.
Yo,
lost
you've
him.
got Lance Storm's Wikipedia page.
Born April 3rd, 1969.
You know who he'll never be in a tag team again with?
Huh?
He'll never be in a tag team with this person again. He will never, ever be in a tag team with Chris Jericho ever again.
Oh my god.
Can you believe when they were young Canadian wrestlers, they were in a tag team called the Thrill Seekers, and they released a promo video of them playing skee ball and going on go-karts and riding in helicopters.
Wow.
I have no idea what you're talking
Yes.
about.
Lame Canadian gimmicks. It's my new
great.
Splinter podcast where we just reminisce about
Talking
that
about
time Christian was a
Splinter
vampire.
Podcasts.
Oh yeah, this is a Splinter podcast, isn't it?
We're
Ow.
expanding the Belt Network because that is now a registered thing.
Yeah.
When I set up our new domain, utilitybeltradio.com, it asked for a business name, so I put Belt Network.
Oh, that's
so we
awesome.
are expanding the Belt Network, just for less than $9.99, in fact.
That just makes it.
For no naughty no.
That just makes it sound like we've had a particularly, overzealous Christmas, and we're expanding the belt.
Moving up a notch.
Like they actually sell on WWE.com extra bit of belt for their championship belts.
That's
In case
kind of
you're
thoughtful.
more of the Dusty Rhodes and Bray Wyatt as compared to
Yeah.
the Cody Rhodes.
The thing is, I've seen those replica belts, the one that cost like 400 quid, and they're already massive, so,
Well, yeah,
we're talking Big Show big
We've
for
all-
those extensions.
We've all seen them now because they're around Damien Mizdow's shoulders every week.
But yeah, so championship belt. We're starting with the most obvious news of the internet: the SLAMMYS.
What? How? So we're going for a fake kayfabe award ceremony over CM Punk.
Yep.
Oh, I'm
Yes.
turning heel.
Who's that? Who's that?
I'm looking at a pile of chairs, guys.
Who and what?
I'm looking at a pile of chairs.
Oh no.
Just throw them everywhere.
Yeah, the Dean
Just
Ambrose
everyone.
Bray
scatter
Wyatt
them.
style of just be a
Yeah.
little chair tornado. This will make the audience excited.
Tornado.
But yet,
Bray, we want you to be in a feud with Dean. Yeah, I'm gonna need like 80 chairs. Just bring him to the swamp. I need 80 chairs, 4
He's
ladders.
watching him just destroy that rocking chair, and he's going to be like, "Oh, I'm going to cover you in so many chairs for this. It's going to be a snowfall, Dean. A snow full of chairs for a black Christmas. Just cover you in chairs."
Jesus.
Am I making my point necessarily across? That I'm going to cover you in
Is your
chairs?
driveway full of chairs?
Cool, Mr.
Get chair
Cool,
trowel.
Mr. Plow. That name again?
Mr.
It's
Plow
Mr.
and his
Plow.
chair trowel.
It's Mr. Plow. It's not Bray Wyatt and Disguise the Sneak Attack You. That name again is Mr. Plow.
yeah. I mean, Dean Ambrose was breakout star of the year.
Was he?
Which,
Yeah.
yeah. Which he kind of is.
Yeah. But like, surprisingly, the faction of the year is not the Wyatt family, but the Shield.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, does that make sense? Seeing as they...
Yeah. Yeah.
The Wyatt
but,
family
like,
are awesome, though, but the
Yeah.
Shield are pretty
Yeah.
and have Tumblr.
Yeah.
The Shield are...
And they were great.
The Shield are pick your flavour of man candy. There's the vanilla one with popping candy. There's the smug caramel bastard. And there's the huge, slightly dark milk chocolate guy.
With some barbed wire.
Who's got barbed wire?
Just
Dean Ambrose.
That's the white chocolate with popping
Was that the
candy.
white chocolate one? Oh. I didn't... oh... I don't know. I've just googled the SLAMMYS, so give me a...
The funny thing is, me and Jack watched the Shield documentary over the summer when it came out.
Oh, yeah.
And we were just looking at it going, there's lots of shots of just like half naked everyone. Like there's a sweaty and obviously very worked up Seth Rollins after a CrossFit session. And we're just looking at each other going, we know who the target audience is.
The bit where we lost our crap was when it cut to the desert. Do you remember?
What?
It cut to the desert and there's like a cool desert road. It looks like the start of Mission Impossible 2. And there, in a leather jacket and white t-shirt, wandering around kicking shit is Dean Ambrose. And they present this as like, this is what Dean Ambrose does. He goes out in the desert and forages for peyote when he's not wrestling, I guess. just the Dean Ambrose spirit quest.
And wild kendo sticks.
A chair arrives and says, Dean, I am your spirit creature. Come with me to the center of your mind. Don't bring a mannequin of Seth.
Yeah, okay. Sure, whatever. Okay,
not again.
fine.
Not after last time.
And Roman is just like, he's never seen in anything other than Shield kit.
Yeah.
He's not like, you get to see the other guys wearing like, you know, the bulky jackets for traveling. No, he's always in Shield kit.
Or a
Even now, like,
complete
his outfit is
douchebag
Shield kit still, isn't
snapback.
it?
Yeah, pretty much superhero
Like,
Shield
it's just
kit.
like an updated... Yeah. Didn't he win something big?
Yeah.
He
did.
won Superstar of the Year.
Really?
Yeah.
Like, is
Yeah.
he?
No.
Yeah!
No.
Is he really... I know he won it.
He will be
but, like-
remembered as Superstar of the Year. And 10 years from now, we'll be making t-shirts saying, it's been 10 years of this shit, believe that. But, you know, he's the Superstar of the Year. I mean, have we listened to part 2 of Colt Cabana's podcast?
Yes.
Is that
Yeah.
out?
Yes.
Okay, guys, okay.
You gotta make a moment. Roman.
Yeah, you're going over, but you've got to make Roman look really, really strong. How about Roman just wins it? No, Punk, you're winning it, but make Roman look really strong.
I didn't know there was a second part. I'm down with that. I'm going to listen to that right after. We need to talk about that at some point, because the internet definitely hasn't heard it.
I think we can skip that, actually.
Yeah.
Everyone was talking about it.
Look,
and I
Vince
kept trying to
McMahon
find it
beat
on
us
my
to talking
feed.
about it.
No, I kept trying to find it on the iTunes feed, and it wasn't under the Art of Wrestling. I was like, where?
Because Colt
everyone
Cabana's
lying to me?
website went
No, yeah.
down.
And then I asked Ollie, and I went, no, yeah, it broke every
Yeah,
server.
like, imagine if everybody who'd ever read a Batman comic found our podcast at once. Like, immediately.
Wow.
All at once. That's what happened to Colt Cabana.
So he even, on his Twitter, he even started linking the YouTube version because too much traffic on the server.
Jesus.
Yeah.
Wow. Let's get some of that Colt Cabana hype up
Yeah.
for...
I had to listen to it in short bursts.
Really?
Yeah, well, there was a couple of points where I could let it run for a while, but
Yeah.
I had to keep coming back to it. I listened to the first half and then came back, because it just made me really sad. I've not seen anyone else say this. I don't know. Maybe I'm a special touchy-feely kind of wrestling fan. But it was just, here's this guy that you really like and have watched for like a year and a half, watched his entire career. I found out I liked him so much, so I went back and watched his entire career. And he's like, yep, during that match that you really loved, I was dead. I was thinking about my taxes. I had a growth on my back who had regained sentience and was somehow more interesting than Lance Storm.
Hey! I'm Lance Storm, and I take offence at that.
I know someone who's going to hate this podcast because he genuinely likes Lance Storm. And we've had a proper argument about Lance Storm.
I was there.
my
I was
God.
there to witness it. You know what he did afterwards?
What?
The person who Jack was arguing with got the game that Lance Storm was in and started playing it.
Wow.
Wait, which one's Lance Storm in?
He's
feel
in
like
a
you
bunch
need
of
to play
them.
it.
He's in
Yeah.
a bunch of them. Did you know Lance Storm puts out random things on Twitter, and they're mostly things he doesn't like. And he recently asked the question, "Hey authors, this public library thing, do you think you're getting a bum deal on book sales?"
Just all public library.
He's just a bad human being, I think.
And not in a fun way like the Iron Sheik.
No, he's just a boring... He's just a person who's so boring and grey in their very life, and they've been given this cool job of wrestler, and they've taken it to the snooze alarm.
Speaking of people who are now released from the company, the Great Khali is gone.
Oh no, you mean the world heavyweight champion Great Khali?
Yep.
The man who came to the ring and held his title upside down. The
Yep.
man who came to the ring for the Punjabi prison and then couldn't wrestle during its debut run.
You know how in wrestling circles they say one is such a brilliant technician that they could have a good match with a broom? You, sir, are the broom! Dude, Khali Mania is all you need.
so great.
Khali Mania is the only thing you need about that man's career now.
Really all you need.
Broom, 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 broom. Is that NASCAR? No, it's your colleagues discussing you backstage. Unbelievable. But yeah, a man who, in his last appearance... Does anyone remember what his last appearance was?
Getting bodied by someone.
No, I don't...
Getting bodied by the Bulgarian brute Russev.
Yeah, that was it.
Really?
Yeah, and he was held up in the accolade, and the ref went over, said to him, "What do you say, Khali? What do you say?" As per usual. Then moments went by, and he went, "Tap, Khali."
No.
Yeah, tap, Khali, tap, and he finally tapped.
Just, oh my god.
There's a wonderful bit where they're filming a... There's a wonderful moment where Authority Triple H briefly turned back into DX Triple H. They're filming an advert for WWE, and this director's talking at Khali, and he's like, blah, 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 blah. Yeah, so you go back here, and you talk to Mr. McMahon, and you do this, and you do that. And Triple H just bursts out laughing, points at him, and goes, "You know he don't speak no English, right?" But Triple H, the dick, has just been standing there with a huge grin on his face, enjoying this director wasting his time. And Khali's too polite to say anything. Oh, man. Did you see that that article on Kayfabe News?
What?
Great
Punk-
Khali goes...
Punk joins a fake sport.
No, Great Khali goes to Colt
Wait.
Cabana's podcast Great Khali goes to Colt Cabana's podcast to finally reveal the truth on her.
Is UFC fake?
Yeah, UFC's super fake, and wrestling is real.
I see.
So Punk just
twist.
left wrestling to do a fake sport.
Yeah. Has a championship belt ever been decided by someone kissing someone else expectedly? No, not a real sport.
Oh, Jerry
Has
the King
there ever
Lawler
Has there ever
handed
been a
out.
flaming casket match?
Yeah,
You're
Jerry
right.
the King Lawler handed out the Diva of the Year award.
I don't
AJ
get Jerry's character.
AJ was so not having it at all.
AJ
Wait, what was this?
pretty pimp with her speech.
Yeah.
AJ was, "I'm awesome, put people over next year." Hey Vince, I'm really good. put other people over.
Like Paige.
Yeah.
Stop pushing me as your one good diva.
He's like, hey, look, Charlotte Flair, Becky Lynch, Bailey, for Christ's sake.
Natalia.
Alicia Bliss.
Do you remember...
Not Alexa Bliss, no.
Do you remember Natalia had a gimmick about farting a couple of years back?
Yep,
Wow.
I remember this.
That's a good thing to do with the dynasty.
Yeah.
You know, I saw on... talking about dynasties, as we were briefly, before we go back to the SLAMMYS, I saw on 4chan someone recommended that the plotline for Golden Stardust has them getting the Cosmic Keys again and unlocking the power of the Ancient One, which is just Dusty in face paint.
Oh, that's funny.
And Dusty arrives as like the old gods.
Oh, that's funny.
That's
I like
cool.
that.
Could you imagine that? I just want to see Dusty in face paint. I just want to see
The American Dream, Dusty Rhodes.
Yeah, he can have the same sort of designs as Gold Dust and Stardust with the black
You
and the
mean Dark Dust?
Oh.
But no, the current Gold Dust with the flames. But he can have polka dots in the corners. Because he's the American Dream, baby.
Woo!
I said that's a big man, baby. Came out of the shining light. Man, I love Dean Ambrose's Dusty Rhodes impression.
Dean Ambrose.
FBI
Agent, baby. I'm an FBI agent, baby. You don't understand.
Dean
Man,
is a really good one.
what the hell is with Dusty Rhodes as a human being?
He does
He's
good
just
work
taking a
over
few
at
knocks to
the
the head.
development center.
He does good work, whatever he does, but
That's true.
he can't really wrestle. So
No.
what's Dusty Rhodes' finisher? Does anyone
The
know?
bionic
No.
elbow.
What is the bionic elbow, Ollie?
He hits a guy 3 times on the head with his elbow while doing a funny robot dance.
In a standing position. Amazing.
You know that's the thing in All Stars, right?
What?
I don't.
Yeah, the Dusty Rhodes move.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. Well,
And it hits.
they kept everyone's original moves in that game, and in some cases, these classic moves look amazing. Elbow drop, DDT. In other times, you've got Rowdy Roddy Piper's finishing move. Does anyone know what Rowdy Roddy Piper's finishing move was?
A poke in the eye.
No, not poking the eye.
What?
Is it the
Sleeper
one where
hold.
Oh god,
Yeah,
there it is.
I know,
Yes.
right? How do you make a sleeper hold hype? They had to have this whole animation of him grabbing you by the neck and tossing you about like a caber.
What?
That's
Yeah,
pretty
seriously,
good.
go back and play All Stars. He's got a advanced
I think I need to
sleeper
get
hold.
All Stars.
Just as a
All Stars is
recommendation, 2K15 is shit. Explicit
Yeah.
tag. Do not buy it. Instead, buy 2K14 or support the now defunct THQ and buy All Stars and get the DLC. Because believe me, we've had several people that we know play 2K15 and they've said it's one of the weakest WWE games to come out
Yeah.
in a long while.
I am.
And
yeah.
it's got a soundtrack by Wiz Khalifa and John Cena going about how they're hustling all day.
I'm still buying it.
Really?
Yeah, yeah.
Legit? Why?
Ladies and gentlemen, the modern consumer market.
You
So
may
they
think
get it.
it's based consumerism, but that's all you can see. That's all they allow you to see, boy.
Just for the
They
intro.
don't allow you to see how you can do the crab walk taunt from the second rope.
That's true.
Oh, teacher man, I don't
crab
need
walk.
intuitive gameplay. I played Arkham City Origins. Follow
Hey.
the buzzers.
That's fair. That's fair.
Yeah,
Fair
I'm not
stab.
expecting sodding Dark Souls, but
Fair stab.
apparently you only get 25 creator character slots.
25 created characters
Wow.
and
No
no
divas.
no divas, no
Yeah, no
custom
divas.
arenas.
Did you see
Wait,
the
there are
best
no
thing about
divas
the?
in the game?
No,
There-
divas are just gone.
Oh,
There are
that
divas,
sucks.
but there are no
Like, it is a game that
custom
has just
divas.
gutted most of what it had,
I
which
was-
is kind of weird.
I was quite looking forward to the eventual inclusion of Paige, because then you
No.
could use Paige's model to see how those moves are supposed to go.
Wow.
Oh, that's what a page turn is supposed to look like.
That's what's supposed to happen. She's
I
not
thought-
supposed to fall over.
I thought
okay.
I thought you just forgot the wrapping paper. Get you in the centre of the room and wrap you up, and fall over myself. Scream.
Have
and-
you seen Have you seen that picture of Paige putting someone in the whatever the hell it's called?
Rampage? Page Turner? Which one?
The one where she makes the guy look like a pretzel.
Oh yeah,
Page Turner, isn't it?
Page Turner.
The
Yeah.
Page
Like the
Turner.
reverse scorpion something.
Yeah, the Page Turner. That's the submission.
Yeah. There's a picture of a guy in the Page Turner, and he's just smiling and got his thumb up. Just sitting there giggling, thumbs up, isn't hurting at all.
Yeah, but that's because he's a fan, right?
He is a fan.
There's a very creepy story about Page merchandise on WWE auctions.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
We're
God.
stealing this from WrestlingOnEarth.com, which is a fantastic website that does every couple of months. It does an article called The Merch Table, which examines wacky merch past and present.
Yeah.
And they invented a phrase: the 10th circle of hell, Kevin Nash merch. Because it's all just pictures of Kevin Nash looking at you kind of seductively.
Yeah.
That's all that Kevin Nash merch can be.
Where's the Lance Storm merch?
I am going to Google Jack's Pacific Lance Storm figure.
Oh.
Because that'll look amazing. But anyway, yeah, Kimmy.
Well, Jack does the Googling. So, it turns out on WWE auction, you can buy limited edition merchandise. It's stuff like signed plaques, replica belts, T-shirts that have been worn in famous matches, Rob Schamberger paintings, things like that, with signatures on them.
Sorry, the sculpt on the Lance Storm face. He just looks like you could snap his head off and make background CIA agent. You just need 40 Lance Storms. A couple of people have given their figures little Canadian flags, but then he just looks like he's perturbed to be holding this flag. Yeah, sure, I'll hold your flag. Oh, God,
I
really
didn't expect this patriotism.
well, he was in a gimmick called the Un-Americans, where they came down and had a go at you. I think he was, at least. I don't know, it's hard to remember the history of Lance Storm.
I just found it.
Yeah, and anyway, just to conclude,
Yeah, sorry.
there's one guy who pays absurd amounts.
Two guys
who are paying absurd amounts to Paige merchandise. So you've got a signed canvas painting of Paige that's signed by her. Goes for about $500 because it's limited ed. The selling price is something like $10,000.
Jesus.
Yeah, the funniest one is when it was like, here is a whole plaque with a bunch of stuff from Stone Cold, went for $1,000. Oh, cool. Here's Paige's sweaty old T-shirt, $4,000. Two crazy geezers in a bidding war.
It's a market that finds its way everywhere.
Yeah, but I can't believe there are two dudes who, like, the AJ merch doesn't go that much. What is it about AJ, this pasty little Norwichian crumpet, as AJ would say?
I mean, have you seen her?
Actually, there's
have
Paige
you seen her
merch.
YouTube bits on the follow-ups
Okay.
for WWE.
There's Paige merch on WWE auction. 7 hours, 6 minutes left. 850 quid.
Let's place a
22
bid.
bids.
Let's place a bid.
Beneath it, Dean Ambrose, superstar, rising superstar of the year. Dean Ambrose, 450 quid. These are dollars, by the way. I'm saying quid, but hey, a chair signed by Triple H. That might be worth having. Should be a shovel,
vintage.
realistically.
I cannot deal with these crazy guys because what are you going to do with all this memorabilia? Honestly.
Hug it at
Sniff
night,
it.
I guess.
Clone her.
Clone her? The world's worst divas tag team.
Paige and
God.
Paige.
Actually, that would
They
be
just
pretty.
bump into each other.
That would be pretty competent. The trouble is, I make these jokes about Paige, but then I suddenly remember that Layla has a job.
Yeah.
Oh man.
Oh, Layla,
Yeah.
it's so bad. Do you know, I've turned a corner on Summer Rae. Because I used to think she was alright in the comedy stuff, but now she's
Yeah.
incorporating more comedy stuff in the ring.
Oh, is she?
Like, there was a wonderful moment of running away from Alicia Fox.
Oh, that,
Yeah.
yeah, that's fun.
Yeah, but, I mean, I don't know whether they should have to use the same tactics that they use in their oh-so-hilarious dwarf wrestling. Oh yeah, we're on the Slammy Awards. They nominated dwarves wrestling with a dwarf announce table.
Yeah.
calling it WLC for the laugh out loud moment of the year.
Wow.
And I remember watching
They're good
that.
wrestlers.
I remember watching that match and being slightly bemused, but now it's like, hey, just laugh at these people.
I quite liked the WLC match.
I liked it, but I don't like it being nominated for lull moment of the year.
Speaking of another Slammy, the Animal of the Year contenders were Gator, Torito, the Bunny, and Grumpy Cat.
Wow. Torito should have won that twice.
What you know who won? I mean, this is where I was going with that. Do you know who won Laugh Out Loud moment of the year?
It wasn't even them.
No, what was it?
It was it was, to put it one way, put sunglasses on, slowly remove sunglasses upwards. Awesome. And for that, you are welcome. Because the entire recent career of Damien Sandow won. Damien Mizdow won.
They started making Damien Mizdow merch, which is just a Miz shirt with, like, Miz crossed out and Dow.
Yeah,
Mizdow written all over it.
And it says professional stunt double on the back.
Oh, that's awesome.
But
when's he going to turn, do you think?
He went on, after that, to have the funniest Mizdow match he's ever had. There was one moment where I lost it because, I mean, I find this gimmick as amusing as everyone else, but I haven't lost it, like, actually let out a laugh. Jimmy Uso has The Miz with one arm up going into, like, a front flip, sort of just a normal suplex, like, not delayed or vertical, just over.
Yeah.
Mizdow climbs in the ring, stands with his arms in the same position...
Yeah.
And then at the same time as Jimmy, he front flips himself.
Jesus.
Lands flat on his back and then sells it. It was amazing.
Is that the one where he throws himself out the ring? Because I saw that one.
No.
He's been doing it loads.
He's in the centre of the ring.
During the Rusev against the entire locker room,
He
when Miz
jumped
got
over
eliminated.
himself.
Wow. And he's a big dude, isn't he?
Yeah, he's bigger than Miz.
Yeah, like he's not small. He's not. Is he a high flyer?
No, he's not a high flyer. He was a
Sandow's finisher move is a standing elbow drop with flourish. He's
I didn't think
striker grappler.
Jeez, wow.
Yeah, he's a grappler, technical mat wrestler kind of guy.
Okay.
So
I missed the elbow of the Stain.
When are we gonna get?
Legit.
When are we gonna get the absolute complete mirror match between the Miz and Mizdow? Because he wants his own
It'll
fame.
happen.
How
Soon.
great! Like
Rumble.
Every
Rumble
time Miz
or WrestleMania.
moves, that's gonna be amazing.
You're right. It's gonna be Dissension Raw, face turn Rumble, first match on the card at WrestleMania, isn't it?
Yeah, that's going to be the first match of the card at WrestleMania, and the merch is going to sell.
It's gonna sell.
That's so dumb.
It's gonna be good.
That is so dumb.
It's going to be amazing.
So let me get this straight, WWE. You're telling me you can get Seth Green, Steamboat, for Christ's sake.
That was impressive.
All these people to come out, and Brock Lesnar's still on the couch. Cool. Thanks.
Brock Lesnar is coming after TLC, apparently.
Getting all that sponsorship money.
Really, WWE? Just pick up the phone and give old Lance Storm a call. I'm waiting.
What, for to be the new champion?
Yeah, why not?
Money in
To
the
be
bank.
the new Sting.
I'll bring the spinner back.
So, okay. Right, I'm going to get crucified if we get any WCW fans listening to this, but I find Sting about as interesting as Lance Storm. So, yeah, whatever.
Yeah.
I guess it was kind of fun to see him come in. And should we talk about that?
He's just
Cena
the crow.
versus Team Cena versus Team Authority.
You mean
the
Dolph
Crow.
Ziggler versus the world?
Yeah,
Dolph Ziggler versus
Team
the world.
Ziggler.
Dolph Ziggler as Captain America versus Thanos. Just not fucking going down.
No.
Dolph
great.
Ziggler. Dolph Ziggler as, I don't know, what's the superhero he's actually most like? Dolph Ziggler as Booster
Gold.
He's not
without any of his equipment beating all of Batman's villains.
Okay.
Do you know what my favourite part about that? They were like, Dolph Ziggler personally put away 3 men. And I was like, he put away 5 men because he knocked out Noble and Jamie Noble and Joey Mercury.
He did.
And I was like, Dolph Ziggler, after this match, is going to go backstage and just give everyone who's a heel a kicking. Dolph Ziggler's playing this game like it's Dark Souls. He's just running and stabbing and gunning.
I like
Dolph Ziggler versus the world.
Crushing life gems.
Me and Dan, I was watching it with Dan here in Colchester, and I think the last 20 minutes of that match, when we realised that WWE were actually going with this booking, was just screaming.
Yeah.
When we started to realise that Dolph was going to get everyone out and win, we just started screaming. And I turned to him and said, I haven't felt this emotional since Undertaker Brock.
I gotta say,
it was one of the few pay-per-views I actually got. Oh, Kimmy, it's okay.
Kimmy,
It's okay.
it's fine.
Why is that the most oh my god moment of the year?
Because it has to be.
I didn't want to be reminded of it.
It's like return appearance of the year, and I'm watching it. I'm like, oh yeah, Rock could win it, and then it gets to when the warrior's blood runs through the blood red moon. I went, oh right, okay.
Oh fuck.
Yeah, kind of have to give it to the guy who died in the parking lot. Jeez, gave a speech about death and then died in the parking lot. Seriously, that's what happened.
They talk about death and then meet it face on.
Yep.
The same day.
Ultimate Warrior's gonna have the word warriors on his gravestone.
He's gonna lead the skeleton army.
I mean, when you're fighting armies of skeletons, stiff is kind of what you want, though.
And on that bombshell, let's end